Welcome back to the film room. Today we are going to do a quick analysis of Purdue wide receiver David Bell. But before we get into it though, I would like to remind you to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it, and if you're new, because it goes a long way and I very much appreciate you. So now let's talk about David Bell. According to NFL.com, at the combine, he measured in at 6'2", 205 with 31 7" arms and 9 1/4" hands. And that's pretty solid measurables there, but that's pretty much where his positive combine ends. He ran a pretty below average 4.65 40, which among other mediocre to below average times really tanked his draft stock, because Bell isn't a superhuman athlete or crazy tester. Where he proves his value is on the field, on tape. We are going to take a quick look at 4 plays today from his game against Maryland in 2019. So keep in mind, this is true freshman David Bell, who won like Big Ten Player of the Week or Big Ten Freshman of the Week like 4 or 5 times. So this first play is going to be a slant route against this bottom corner, and there's really not too much to say, but you can just see how he uses his releases and his route running to get over the middle and make good catches like this. It's not a huge, big time highlight, but it's something that he did a lot, especially in this game. I mean, he just torched Maryland, and something that I really like to see from him. Now we're going to look at this play. This is going to be on the goal line. It's going to be another slant route, and I think you can guess where this one's going to go. He's isolated down there. They're going to drop off a little bit weird, but he just finds the open space, has a really good release, and they're going to switch off, and he's just going to have a pretty easy touchdown. And this is something, again, I think he can do consistently at the NFL level. I mean, obviously, NFL corners are going to be a lot harder and, are going to play him tougher. But I think, this release package is very impressive, and it's something that is just a really good strength of his game. Now we're going to take a look at this play. This is actually, I think, another slant, but we're going to see what he can do after the catch here. Off coverage, he's just going to be able to get under this, close that cushion. The guy's going to drop off. He's going to catch this in between 4 guys, make that guy miss, and then duck all the way around. And you can see he doesn't have any kind of huge speed, but that's a really, really good gain here from him. And I don't think it's something, it's not a big strength of this game, but I mean, those are some nice moves there against, Maryland's not a bad team. So this isn't some like FCS opponent, even though FCS teams are obviously still very talented, but very good play, and I'm happy to see that from him. Now our last play is going to be what he can do on kind of big time jump balls. He's going to be isolated, press man down here, and he's just going to go up and get this football. As you're going to see, I mean, good throw, but he's going to catch it through contact. And again, I think when the situation demands it, he can catch pretty much anything. He doesn't have a huge frame, but I mean, just tough catch and great play there from David Bell. And he was a consistent producer throughout his college career and was pretty much the life of that Purdue offense for most of his time there. He put up great numbers against Big Ten talent, as he posted 100 yards in 11 of his last 17 games. And his game is primarily just a consistent guy that can get open when you need him to, and at times when you need him to make tough catches. Again, he doesn't have flashy, explosive potential like many others in this class, but that doesn't mean he can't contribute to a team and produce at the next level. His route running is a major strength, and I think something that can be the focal point of his game. I don't ever see him being a top 10 or 20 receiver, but it's entirely possible, though not incredibly likely in my opinion, that he could post a 1,000-yard season or 2 given the right opportunity. I do see him being a solid contributor at least, and definitely worth a 4th or 5th round pick. He's better than that, to be completely honest, but in a loaded receiver class, that's probably as high as he goes, maybe even later, unless some team falls in love with him. I think my best NFL comparison would be a light version, per se, of Tyler Boyd, and don't take that as me calling him Tyler Boyd or calling Tyler Boyd anything other than a very good player, because he is, but I just think he can do a lot of what Boyd does, but just not on the same super high level. But that pretty much wraps it up for today, as I'm not really going to go deep into Bell's tape because there's really not too much to say. He's just consistent, good, and definitely worth a draft pick, at least in the mid to high day 3, and maybe even earlier depending on what teams use him for. But let me know what you guys think, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on him, because I've seen him ranked as high as the 10th best receiver in the class, and some people having him as low as the 7th round. But let me know what will be a good fit for him and where you think he could really produce the best, and just what you think of him overall, and what receiver I should do next, because we have a few more on the way, and I'm hoping to get those videos out soon. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.